Hello, welcome back, everyone. It is once again Wednesday night. The madness is unleashed, so you already know we're talking about Dynamite. We're talking about Wednesday night Dynamite, AEW's Holiday Bash. I'll tell you, before we get in any reviews in the show or anything like that, I normally hate this time of year when it comes to wrestling because I hate this time of year in general, the season itself. And it's always, you see Santa Claus getting tombstoned or clotheslining somebody or just some stupid gimmick shit like that. So when I saw the title Holiday Bash, I was like, here we go. Thankfully, there was only mention of Santa Claus. And before we get too far into the show, I will remind everyone this is TVMA. Put the kiddies to bed. They should not have been watching AEW, especially not tonight. Because if they did, right. Spoiler alert, Santa Claus ain't real, motherfuckers. And it was revealed tonight on Dynamite. Newsflash, oh my God, Santa Claus ain't real. Yep. So put them to bed. They don't need to be watching my show. They don't need to be watching no AEW Dynamite right now. Strap yourself in, get ready, because, we're going to speak our minds. We're going to say what we think. We're going to do what we do. And that's how it is in FTW Family Time Wrestling. Mad Family Review Podcast Wednesday night. Fuck, that's a mouthful. Go ahead and introduce a Bonafide Thundercat is here with me. The beautiful Bonafide Thundercat. What's going on, girl?
What's up? I'm good. I am chilling on this lovely Wednesday evening. We slow motion, but we in the building.
Slow motion rolling. Okay, we got MTG Magic the Gathering Gaming. No, it's not his name. I'm just fucking with you. MTG Game. We got him in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing, Miguel?
Doing good, man. Holiday season is here. And happy holidays to all the fans watching this from the FTW podcast.
Happy holidays. Yeah. So we'll get right to it. Bonafide. What'd you think of the show? 3 stars of madness. You know how we do.
Even though I fell asleep towards the end, it was still a good show because my just the Darby Allin match with Will Ospreay, and then just the segment with Ricochet and Hurt Syndicate and Swerve, I'm gonna give them a 1.8, almost a 2, like almost a 1.8 and a half.
Okay.
It was a decent show. I enjoyed it.
MTG, how about you, brother?
1.9.
Y'all being stingy on my AW. No, it's good because I'm right at a 2.0 myself. So, I'm pretty much with y'all. We're right there, are all on the same lines. 1.8, 1.9, 2.0. We did get to open with Jay White, Orange Cassidy in the back with, kind of a back interview with Renee Paquette. Hangman Page walks in. You you see the friction. You see, I like hearing Jay White being more animated. You get to hear a little more of Jay White's kind of goofy personality. He's antagonizing, but he's just being not an asshole, but funny. You don't get to see that normally with Jay White because he gets the limited promos in the ring with the Bang Bang Gang, and it's real quick. This is kind of some backstage interaction. I like it. Jay White, man, I already liked him, but he's quickly growing as one of my favorite AEW guys in general. Like, I want to see Jay White every show. I want to see Will Ospreay every show. I want to see MJF.
MJF did look dapper tonight. He did look dapper tonight.
What? Yes, he did.
I said MJF did look dapper tonight. I enjoyed his outfit. He always gets real snazzy in the holiday season. So, it was a lot of good suits, a lot of well-dressed men today on TV. It was.
I fell asleep.
I did. Listen, I couldn't believe it was that much, all that goodness on the TV. I woke up, it was all the trade. No, I'm just kidding.
We had a Darby Allin, Will Ospreay kind of intro, which I dig. Okay, if they did this for every match, they wouldn't necessarily have to do these big promo packages every week and every time. You see the same ones kind of used over, especially in WWE. You see the same ones into the pay-per-view or the PLE, and then you see the whole thing again. If they did this, just little Darby Allin, about talking, this is what I'm going to do. Boom. Then you had Will Ospreay. Well, this is what I'm going to do. Boom. So I thought they were going to start with the match because they had that, but that was the very beginning of the show, and Will Ospreay and Darby Allin wasn't until second to last, something like that, I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So I didn't like the placement of that, but I'm not going to be super picky. I do like the way that they have those segments. They should do that with every match, I feel. I agree. First match of the night, we do kick off with the ladies. We got Mercedes Moné versus Anna Jay for the TBS title, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yep. Yes, it was.
It was a good match. I'm not going to talk shit. Monet did not really drop the ball again, and Anna Jay just got to show a little bit of what she could do. There wasn't any domination. That's what I liked about it. It was back and forth. It was fairly even pretty much the entire fight, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Even when one had the advantage, if she had the advantage for 45 seconds, then the next one would take the advantage for 45 seconds. So it was pretty evenly fought. Monet, of course, does pick up the victory. I was thinking that maybe she wouldn't, that Anna Jay would possibly, but I think
and
in the
that's
future,
what made it a good match.
Yeah. So how did you feel about it, Bonafide? Go ahead.
I enjoyed the match. I enjoyed the anticipation. Just the fact that I wasn't sure, I almost thought Anna Jay was about to win. I was like, okay, so it was an excellent match, and then for it to be the first match of the night. And I think just with the crowd just really being into the match, really just made the match even more bigger, So, yeah, and then Anna Jay looks good. I like that her entrance music has part of the Dark Order music in there. I feel like it's a combination of all her entrance music. So, I definitely enjoyed this match. They bashed it out. Mercedes Moné did retain. So, yeah, this was a slobber knocker, but I definitely enjoyed it, for sure.
MTG, what about you, brother?
Great match to start off the show. I knew Mercedes was going to retain, and I would love to see Anna Jay one day get a chance at either the world title or the TBS title. Either one, because I've always been invested in her since day one, since AEW was born. So I'm an Anna Jay person as well.
Yeah.
Dark Order, baby. Dark Order. Brody, rest in peace, brother.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Brody.
Yeah.
I have his action figure.
Watch out now.
But you use him in the game too, right? I do.
Yes,
On the
I do.
rare game, I play that trash.
I even put the AEW World Title on him in the game.
There you go. We get FTR promo that now this is unlike the other FTR promos I've seen. So I'm thinking this is this new style that we're going to be getting from AEW, which I love. This is that Mox Death Rider style. They do need to keep it a little different. Like Bandito's thing, cool. Again, I think it's stupid they're wasting all that on Bandito, but, you know, I'm sure he'll make me eat my words. And I love eating my words when it comes to wrestlers and wrestling. That's great. You know, all day long, prove me wrong. Please go out there and prove me fucking wrong. That's all I ask of you. But I don't want that same feel because, you know, obviously the Death Riders and Mox aren't the same as FTR. They're kind of polar opposites. FTR, they're just no nonsense, no bullshit. Kind of like, I hate making this comparison, but it's for purposes of my point, Imperium, just not, you know, stuck up, but the ring is sacred. They're wrestlers. They get in there and do, you know, just fists, no flips, like they went when they were the Revival. You know, that's how they are. So their video, it was good. On a couch, nice quality, straight to it, saying that January, is it 1st or 5th?
1st.
January 1st is going
Fight
to be
for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen on the simulcast on TBS and Max for those that do have HBO or Max as it's now called. It's fantastic for me. I can finally get rid of Hulu. I'm going to miss SmackDown, but I already missed SmackDown. So, oh well. That's what the FTW podcast is for. You know, if I need to catch up on what happened on SmackDown, I'll just tune into the FTW podcast and find the fuck out. Stuff y'all should all be doing. Hello. No brainer. Anyway, it was a great promo. I enjoyed listening to them. They cut good promos. They're looking good, looking healthy. I want to see what they can do. Who did they call out though? They said it was Mox and them. It is the Death Riders.
Yeah, it was.
And they said they're bringing somebody else, so they're bringing backup. So that's
we all know it's gonna be Kenny Omega.
Yeah, which would be great to see Kenny back. Okay, we did see a little Kenny promo in the night. I didn't write it down, so I'll go ahead and mention it. Hey, Kenny's coming back. He's gonna do Wrestle Kingdom first, like into December, and then we'll see him in AEW probably January 1st or January 5th. I'm thinking one of those 2 dates. If we don't see him the 1st, we'll see him the 5th. So yeah. MJF comes out.
Not to change the subject. I'm kind of mad that they're just making the announcement. I just wanted to be surprised. You know, it's like, oh man, you took the surprise away.
They gotta sell tickets, babe. That's what it is.
Okay, I got you.
They want to make sure those ticket sales, because they're moving. Remember, they're simulcasting, not moving to, but simulcasting on Max. They want to make sure those numbers warrant that move so that they get the long-term deal and all that. Politics, I hate it, but it is.
Gotcha. But you're right, though. So
the people that don't buy the tickets are going to tune in to watch because, oh shit, Kenny.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You got anything you want to throw in real quick, MTG, on this point?
I actually missed that part. I was actually in the middle of something during that segment, so I didn't see that segment actually. And by the way, but I will say this.
Go ahead.
I did see a couple promos a few weeks ago from FTR for the past few weeks. Yeah. They're actually pretty damn good because I've been saying when they were in WWE they need a manager to talk for them. Well, guess what? They don't need that. They can talk on their own stuff.
No.
Yeah.
They probably did in WWE because you're a lot more restricted in what you got to say. PG era, you know, that you have to kind of watch. And in WWE, there's script writers. What I've recently learned in AEW, unless they have recently actually hired some, which I don't believe they have, there's no one hired as a script writer. There are no script writers in AEW, which is why I think we do get so many gems, but we also get so many flops. You let all the lunatics run the asylum. Well, that's kind of what wrestling is. You give the wrestler the chance to show you their character, tell their story. You're either going to like it or you're not. I kind of really dig that, which is why I'm an AEW guy till the wheels fall off. I approve of their strategy. with what they're trying to achieve. Okay.
Right.
So that's why I think, that's why this is where they thrive. I hope they don't ever go back. They don't need to. They have the tag titles over there. They already can go down as one of the best they already are going down as one of the best tag teams ever of any era.
Absolutely.
They're fantastic. Their chemistry and everything. But we get
I
the
think they
MJF
could've-
segment, which
Well,
is
one thing
also,
I wanted to say this right quick.
okay.
If they were honestly, those guys can fit in any era. The 80s, the 90s, and
Oh,
the 70s. I feel like FTR can fit in those eras.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they have that classic old school throwback style that can fit in any era. You gotta do it right. And they do it to perfection.
Yeah.
Okay, we got MJF. The fact
This
that
part was so funny. It was
hilarious.
so
Okay.
funny.
The fact that
This
this
is probably
asshole
my
right here,
favorite MJF segment I've ever seen. I never laughed so hard in my life.
the fact people, and MJF Mark, I raise my hand 100%. I don't care. I think he's going to go down as probably the best ever, as long as he stays with it and stays healthy. I don't see anyone ever. I mean, he's just amazing. And yeah, he gets cheap heat. All of you haters, cheap heat. Wrestling's built off of cheap heat. Get the fuck over it. That's simple. The cheap heat is what gets people invested for when you actually start delivering the real heat. It's like, that's how you get it. All right. So sit the fuck down. Go ahead, grab you another Hungry Man TV dinner, pop it in, add another 2,000 empty calories on your body. But anyways, he comes out. This man gets a wizard suck chant in Washington. They're chanting about their own basketball team sucking because he mentions that they suck. The dude's supposed to be a heel. This is where Bonafide, Luther, I think in MTG, well, I know he's new back to watching again, so he really didn't see this evolution. But why we're all so pissed that all of a sudden now he's supposed to be this heel again that we know he's great at doing. But it just happened out of nowhere. There was no story, no transition. He's still so over as a face, as whatever he is, that he gets the city he's in to chant their own sports team sucks.
Yeah, I heard what you said about the Washington Wizards. That was funny.
And then they started chanting. It's like, this is where he told everyone that Santa was not real. Okay. Made sure to let that very specific point know. He was wearing this Jewish-inspired tuxedo, which was
And it
fly
was,
as
I
fuck.
liked it.
I'm sorry,
I
it was
liked
fly
it.
as fuck. It looked good.
It
I'm like,
was.
he's very
It
proud of his Jewish heritage, and good for him. Anyone that's proud of their heritage, man, I ain't got no problem with. Do your thing.
Santa's
Okay.
not real, and I'm not sorry for it.
Do what?
That's what he said in that promo.
What
Santa's
did he
not
say?
real, and I'm not sorry for it.
Yeah. And then this was my favorite part. He's like, I'm gonna get emotional. Here's what he was saying. I'm gonna, but I want to get serious, and I want to plug this my own charity foundation that I've started. And he had cue the music, and this super sad, like, adopt this puppy or it's gonna die music starts playing, right? And you're waiting to hear Sarah McLachlan or something in the background. And then he's like, for only so much a day, you can help feed this whatever malnourished. He's got this Photoshop picture of skinny ass Adam Cole, baby. I can't. Oh my god.
Oh man, that was funny. I don't even know how you come back from that.
I
Cause
died.
he wasn't lying, though. He wasn't. He did not tell not one lie. Not one lie.
Adam Cole's response was swift and it was
It
good.
was.
But like Bonafide just said, you can't come back from that. I'll give kudos to Adam Cole for this. He was able to go out there and perform with a straight face right after that shit. Because I'd be
Definitely.
dying. I was dying. Oh my
I
god.
was. That should go viral.
Yeah, I'm sure it already is or it will be soon.
It
MTG,
definitely should.
anything you want to say on this segment?
He was also making fun of Adam Cole's scrawny body.
That's what I'm saying with the picture and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
MJF is a classic. Same with him. He was in any. He can fit in any era back in the day until now. MJF
Yeah.
is the best in the business. He's the best guy they have in AEW. That's all I can say really about
hands
him.
down.
And what you call he's great. And he was actually doing an indie show here in Florida, but I couldn't go to that because I'm trying to save my money at TNA in Dallas. I wish I could have went to that.
The man still does indie shows regularly. And that's another thing I love about AEW is their guys aren't necessarily contracted to you can only wrestle for AEW. And Tony Khan understands, to an extent at least, the risk that, letting these guys go do all these indie shows, we're risking their bodies. However, that being said, the wrestlers know that, okay? They know they're risking their bodies. They know they've got a good gig in AEW. I doubt they're going to do a whole lot of the indies that's going to risk themselves. So you do see them making these appearances, doing these matches. There are a lot of specialty type matches. They're quick. They're tag matches. You see them in the ring, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. They're just there to help that indie product thrive, which I love because fuck yes, go indie wrestling. 100%.
Yeah, and even my mom doesn't even like MJF either. He's doing a good job being a heel. I have showed a couple of segments and clips about MJF to my mother. She finds him funny, and she finds him a huge asshole.
If you're talking about him, whether you love him or you hate him, he's doing his job.
Damn right.
We got a Jamie Hayter call out backstage promo to Julia Hart. Show a little clip of I didn't get to see Collision, so a little clip of I guess she appeared on Collision and DDT'd Jamie. So I think we're going to see that. Did she say World's End, or is that also going to be January 1st? I didn't catch.
No, January 1st, Fight for the Fallen.
Fight for the Fallen will be Jamie Hayter versus Julia Hart. I'm excited to see that because I want to see Julia Hart back in the ring. She's been out a while, and I didn't feel she was very good before she was out for this extended period of time. So I'm very curious to see when she got back healthy and how long she's been training since she was healthy. I'm curious to see the ring rust and if she's improved at all. I like her look. I like her gimmick. Of course, she's gorgeous, so she's very nice to look at. But if she could get better at wrestling, that'd be fantastic. Then it justifies keeping her around, in my opinion. Otherwise, let her go. She can go do some modeling or something, whatever else. But she needs to get better at wrestling.
I agree.
We got Christian Cage and Nick Wayne versus Shibata and Hook. I wasn't really excited for this match. To me, it was the weakest match on the card tonight, but it was not a bad match. There wasn't a bad match tonight, which you can't ask for more than that. If you're watching a wrestling show and you can't really say any match just stunk it up, maybe none of them knocked your socks off, but none of them stunk it up, then I think that's a successful night. I'll take that any night, because you can only get better from there. We had, Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, they worked Hook's hand, isolating him for a long time. It was just basic tag team action that you see. I will say Nick Wayne looked solid. Okay, we did get to see a little more of Nick Wayne, kind of, since he's gotten bigger, body size wise, because we haven't really seen him in singles action or a lot of competition. He looked good. So did Hook. Yeah. Hook to me looks more like a wrestler instead of this invincible. I'm gonna come in there. I'm 165 pounds soaking wet, but I'm gonna suplex everybody and make them all tap out and say, "Oh my God, I'm so scared of this guy." No, tonight he looked like a wrestler. He still did some moves. He still got his chokes and he still got his T-bone suplexes. Still the son of Taz, cool. But he spent a lot of time getting his ass whooped. A lot of time on the mat. A lot of time working and selling. And he's gotten much better at the selling. So it's really good. I like Hook, and I want to see him do well. This, I think, was a great step. So maybe it is a better match than I'm getting credit for. It wasn't super exciting to me as a match, but looking at the notes and thinking about it, just the fact that those two guys were able to really showcase, okay, y'all do have something. You're on the right track. We already know, come on, Christian Cage and Shibata. We already know legends, both of them. So there's no questions when it comes to them. The fact that Nick Wayne got the pin and the victory over Shibata. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't pin Hook, he pinned Shibata.
Yeah.
Now, it was because of Christian. Obviously, Christian hit him with the kill switch. Basically, was supposed to drug his unconscious body, and then I don't care. In the books, when you look in the history books, it will say victory, Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, with Nick Wayne taking the pinfall on Shibata. So it was good. Okay, it was good.
Yeah.
I will give it a lot better credit than I originally thought. What do you think, Bonafide?
No, you took the words right out my mouth. We feel the same exact way about the match because I love me some Shibata.
Yeah.
So for him to get pinned by Nick Wayne, I was like, what? Because I wrote that down in my notes. So
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
so I was like, yeah, you already know, like what?
Yep.
But it was definitely. It was a good match. I ain't gonna talk too bad about it. It did what it needed to do. And like you said, if this was the first time that Hook looked like the actual wrestler and not look like something that he's not. So.
Thank you. Yeah. He's not Goldberg, people.
Yeah. Goldberg.
Yeah, and he's not Taz.
That too.
MTG.
Interesting. The tag match was fine. This is my first time seeing that. I don't know his name. What's his name again? That Japanese guy. Was my first time seeing him.
Shibata.
I'm pretty sure there was better matches than that. Well, I'm not really sure if I like him or not. So I have to see more for him before my own opinion. So this is my first time ever seeing him wrestle. But as far as the tag match goes, I enjoyed it, and I knew Christian and Nick Wayne, wherever that guy is, was gonna win. Because I heard that Christian's is one of the hottest heels right now in AEW. Because like how you mentioned,
he's top 5 in wrestling, if not top 3 right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so that was I enjoyed it, the tag match, and I knew Christian was gonna win by doing something like that. I was like, yeah, he's gonna create here. Somebody while the referee's turned around and the other guy gets the pin. That's exactly what's gonna happen. And I predicted I was right.
Wrestling fans, man, we know we've seen so much wrestling. We know how it goes. We still love it.
Yes, we do.
As long as they tell the story. And that's what every match was able to do tonight, was tell their story. And I always approve of that, because that's in the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about telling a story to a group of people, aka fans. Whether they like it or don't, you're telling a story.
Yep.
King of New York, Chris Jericho video, loved it. Oh, man, this motherfucker here, I swear to God, every 3 months, a new gimmick, and 9 out of 10 of them motherfuckers always hit. They always work.
Yeah.
You even like the learning tree?
I think he's still the learning tree, but I don't know, because this is all King of New York, and this is like the New York Minute they were doing last time, but he had Big Bill with them, and the learning tree, so he's blending it. But I think what he's doing, this is my personal opinion, because I don't have any clue, but it would be smart. The learning tree is like 50-50. It's gotten over, but it hasn't. There are people that hate it. There are people that like it, but overall, it's not the hottest commodity. So maybe he's like, all I got to do, I'm the King of New York, but I'll stay with the learning tree. So if he blends two together, it increases vitality and keeps the learning tree thing alive. Maybe. I don't know. But I love this King of New York shit he was doing, the New York Minute, and the video tonight was fantastic. I do not think he's going to retain his Ring of Honor World Championship coming up against, who was it?
Matt Cardona.
Thank you, Matt Cardona. Yes, I do not think he's going to retain, but if he does, that's fantastic. I'm cool with either way. Shout out to Matt Cardona.
Okay, I'm excited for that match too. I'm not gonna lie.
That's this Saturday.
Yeah, I'll be on the lookout.
Either of y'all have anything to say about this New York King of New York? That Chris Jericho?
It was entertaining. I mean, not all of Jericho's segments is entertaining, but most of them are. So yeah, it's no surprise that he can pull that off. But I was entertained by it.
The man of a million just gimmicks. I swear to God, that's what he needs to. That's what needs to be one of his new monikers before he retires. The man of a million gimmicks. Jesus.
Yep.
Mariah May, nice little almost like, I won't say a face turn because she's definitely not a face, but this was just a straightforward, very Mox-like promo by Mariah May telling Thunder Rosa that she's going to end her. Like at World's End, she's going to end her, and she'll end
I
her.
believe her. I believe her.
End her and her father, because her father is a master wrestler. She said, "If I'll end you, I'll end your father too." You know, I mean, damn. Okay, Mariah.
You said 2 generations in one night.
Okay, Mariah.
She came with that bang bang.
Oh, Miss FTW, I think it's sponsor time, people. Y'all stay right with us. We got some good sponsor ads coming up. About 3 minutes tops, then we'll be right back to the action.
Okay.
Yes, man. Y'all know we back at it like crack addicts, man. Y'all know with that being said, y'all, we gotta come with the sponsors, man. Gotta come with the sponsors. And that being said, I took the sponsor for tonight. My boy the DA with Passport Republic, and since my boy Loud said, I'm gonna let him pronounce our other sponsor, our man Mr. Kevin Reinhardt, because y'all don't get me wrong, y'all know motherfuckers can't pronounce shit, and I'm one of the motherfuckers that can't pronounce shit. You know what I'm saying? There you go, right there.
Right there it is, Mr. Kevin Reinhardt with the Goju Ryukai Mixed Martial Arts Dojo Gym. Family-oriented children, people of all ages come in, get you to learn how to self-defense, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, wrestling.
Learn how to whoop and smash.
That part.
Learn how to kick some ass, save some lives, have fun doing it in a safe environment. Exactly. Upstate New York. Hit him up. He's on Facebook, Kevin Reinhardt, Goju Ryukai Mixed Martial Arts.
Yes, sir. With that being said, y'all know what y'all got to do, man. We don't even got to promote it here no more, man. Y'all know what y'all got to do if you want to be a paid sponsor. With that being said, like I said, we're going to put our 2 paid sponsors tonight and let the gang get back to a great show, and we'll be back.
Down M13 through Genesee, I-75 is the home for me. Welcome to Saginaw, Saginaw, Saginaw. Down M13 through Genesee. Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Girls, what y'all trying to do?
24 karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear.
Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime. 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 Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know. Gone time. Oh, they don't know. Gone time. I bet they know.
There it is again, people. If you see Goju Ryukai Mixed Martial Arts, shout out to Sensei Reinhardt.
Yeah.
And we are back. See, that wasn't that painful. You don't have to sit and wait that long. Wasn't like no damn TV where you got 15 commercials, picture in picture. You gotta hear 15 fast foods, go out and stuff your faces and get even unhealthier. Wasn't all that stupid shit. All right. Now, where were we? I lost track. We were the King of Jericho, Mariah May. Here we go. Tony Schiavone calls out to the ring before the next match. I don't really understand why this segment had to happen for me, but he calls out Ricochet. I'm sorry. He sucks on the mic. And I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I think he's trying to get it to catch on. It probably will because people are stupid. It's annoying.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stupid.
My homeboy hates it, so I'm going to make sure I do it around him, but that's about it. 'Cause I think it's fucking stupid too. No, it's like Philly. That's a Philly moment.
Philly!
No, absolutely not. But I guess, and this is also what he does this little haha segment. Blah blah. Blah. Hurt Syndicate comes out because they were trying to recruit him. The MVP gave him the card.
They look good in their suits too. This was one of my favorite segments.
They revoked Ricochet's card, and then they punk him like a bitch, like straight up punk him out of the ring. How are we supposed to believe Ricochet is this badass motherfucker that's dominating this tournament that he's winning right now so far, or whatever he's doing good in, blah, blah, blah. He's supposed to come in as this hot prospect, but he's going, ha-ha, and getting pumped by the Hurt Syndicate. I don't understand. So I don't like this story arc. It does not make sense. I think it's dumb. I'm not down in the Hurt Syndicate. I'm down on this Ricochet, whatever the fuck they're doing with this. I don't like it. Bonafide, go on.
Listen, that's all I gotta say. You know, the men look good in their suits. You know, Ricochet did look good in his suit. I don't know what they doing.
Careful,
Ricochet.
Samantha, super kick your ass. That's her man.
I ain't say I wanted them. I ain't say I wanted them. She can. That by all means, you know. But he can wear a suit. But other than that, you know, it was cool. I enjoyed it. You know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, but I do want to see. I guess Ricochet do some growing up. You know, so. You know, I'm tired of seeing him getting punked. You know,
like a 35-year-old man. He better not still be getting punked. Sorry. Floor is yours, girl. My bad.
No, you good. But other than that, I enjoyed the segment. I think I was mesmerized most of the time. So.
No, see what? AEW is going to give you the eye candy for the women too. They don't discriminate. You get the eye candy for the men, you get it for the women, but you get wrestling. MTG.
Yeah.
Go ahead and weigh in on this.
I thought he was actually going to officially join the Hurt Syndicate, to be honest with you. And like that. At the same time, you're in a no-win situation when you're about to get your ass whipped by Bobby Lashley and Shelton. So I get why he was doing that, because it would have been a nasty beating for him. They probably would have put him out so he wouldn't compete in this tournament. So just go get some backup. If you want revenge, you were backstage with Swerve, which we'll get into that. Ask Kevin to help you.
Possible. Because it's obviously they are trying to heel turn Ricochet. They're doing it slowly because he's always been like a face and whatever. So they're trying to. I think aligning him with Swerve would be a good idea because Swerve's already got his beef with the Hurt Syndicate. So that'd be interesting to see. I do like.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
If that's the route they're going, then I can forgive this shit segment for me. But let him cook. I do want, if Bossman graces with his presence, I want him to weigh in on this real quick as well. I know he's invested in this Hurt Syndicate, all this. I'm real curious to how he felt about Ricochet getting pumped like this. No, Bossman probably fell asleep, or he's dealing with something. He's a busy individual, so he can chime in later if he's able to. We'll go ahead and move on then. I don't want to hold it up too much for the people. Because it goes right into the next match. The reason the Hurt Syndicate was out there to begin with, Shelton Benjamin going up against the Beast Mortos, which I haven't seen a whole lot of, and I was disappointed with this match. I didn't think it was as good as it should have been. They seem like, and I'm not blaming either athlete as far as their athletic ability. It seems stiff and slow because I don't feel like they had very good chemistry or dancing together. Like they weren't very good dance partners at all, in my opinion. And we know that both of them can go because we've seen them both have fantastic matches with other people. I wasn't digging this match myself. It was for me. Probably the worst match of the on the card. What do you think, Bonafide?
I can see what you're saying, but I did enjoy the match. But I did feel like, towards the match, it almost turned to a senior citizen match. They both was running running out of air. They was trying them. They was trying them, but they age show for show. They very agile, but that endurance there, it was, but I can see your point of view. I think the match was longer than what it needed to be. I think it was like 2 pictures and then a commercial break. Like, it was a hurting to see, but still pleasant, So I was also glad to see Shelton Benjamin pull out the win. But I do feel bad for Mortis because Mortis is like Jay Lethal in this tournament, and he's a phenomenal wrestler. So to see him lose the way that, even though they weren't bad losses, but goddamn, they at least could have gave him 1 win. Like, no win is crazy.
Not over yet.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But other than that, shout out to the Hurt and the Kid. No, you good. I was done.
MTG?
That was a good match. I liked it. I know, that wrestler, I don't know him as what they say because I know him as Black Taurus because he was in AAA back in the day.
Yeah,
that's right. I watch him, and they always called him El Toro or TNA called him Black Taurus, but in TNA and AAA, I think they called him El Toro, something like that.
Okay.
So he's more into the lucha libre style. That's his style of wrestling, and. The match was all right. It was short. I enjoyed it, and I knew Shelton Benjamin was going to come out with the win. And how has AEW been pushing him? Because I know that AAA did him really well. But how's AEW pushing?
He's a relatively unknown. To be honest with you, we've seen him come over a few times.
You see him every blue moon.
He tagged with the Penta Bros, I think, a couple times. Or no, he was with Roosh and them and their little faction. They had kind of going, kind of a reboot of Los Gobernables. It didn't hit for me, man. So we've primarily seen him in tag action. We have seen him in a few singles matches, unless he's wrestled a lot on Collision, which I have no idea is possible. So I was surprised to see him pushed in this tournament, like even in the tournament to begin with. So especially if you're doing these Bandito videos, why didn't you just put Bandito in it? That's kind of, we know who Bandito is. We have seen him, quite a bit of him. But yeah, it's whatever. I did, they called out, after Shelton Benjamin won, they called out Danny Garcia saying, we hurt people. They had to beat down Beast Mordos after they beat him, because that's the whole, we hurt people. And the crowd was, we hurt people, we hurt. So, I mean, again, here we go. Another heel faction. They're trying to push his heels that, sorry, people just like the wrestlers you have in these factions way too much. You got to, I think Mr. FTW is famous for saying it. This is the age of there is no face and heel anymore. Like, there is a middle ground. There's not just either you're a face or you're a heel. There's a middle ground. There's an in-between. You can do underhanded shit from on time to time, but you're not always going to. You're just going to go out there and showcase your skill.
Yeah.
I dig it personally. I think we're on the right track. Danny comes out there, I know I'm going to get my ass beat, but I don't care. I'm going to come down anyways. Briscoe comes out to help. They both get beat down and laid out. Obviously, they're building up to some kind of trios or something match where we're going to have Shelton and possibly even MVP.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Unless he's significantly been able to get his knees, like he's been on some kind of health thing where he can get his legs working, then I have no problem with him getting in there because I'm sure he could still go. He looks in good enough health or whatever. And I've seen him with his knees fucked up try to get in there and do some stuff. And there's shades of the old MVP, but he'd need to be in a lot better health. You know,
Yeah,
and
I hope he
that
gets
we
just
see
the
guys in their
manager.
50s and 60s. I mean, look at Billy Gunn when he was out there performing great. So you can be in your 50s and 60s and perform. You just got to be in phenomenal shape at that point.
Yeah.
We get a Ricochet backstage interview where he's trying to hype up his match with Will Ospreay again. It was great when we saw it last time, but nothing's going to compare to when we saw them before, when they were indie scene. Like, those were just, you can't top them when it comes to those two. So it's going to be hard to get hyped for this one again, especially with Ricochet just getting punked out. However, preluding up to the match that we're about to get to,
The Tony Storm segment.
yes, but before we get to that, also he does see Swerve, who we were talking about. Talking about Ricochet still. He sees Swerve backstage, and Swerve calls him Trevor, which is Ricochet's real name. And Ricochet's like, "Oh, really, real name? You're gonna call me Trevor?" So I was expecting him to fire back with, Swerve's real name, but he didn't.
Me too. But,
And then we have, oh my God, the moment of the night. This interview was fantastic with RJ City and Tony Storm. But we're talking Tony Storm, rocker Tony Storm, like pre-NXT. This is Indies Tony Storm. And getting interviewed and asked about, oh yeah, so what's it like? Oh, it's great to be here in AEW. It's a fantastic opportunity and yada yada. He's like, well, wouldn't it be great to be 3-time women's champion? Oh yeah, I think we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but yeah, that'd be great. She starts naming names of people that Tony's beaten and had feuds with, and Saraya, oh, legend. And like, she has complete amnesia, and none of what we saw with Timeless Tony is even her. Like, it doesn't exist. I loved it. It was so fucking good, so entertaining. Tony did a fantastic job. This woman, when she's done wrestling, needs to be in Hollywood. She can act. Put her in a movie, please.
I agree.
Fan-fucking-tastic. Start with MTG this time. What'd you think about this, brother?
About the whole Tony Storm segment?
The Tony Storm video, the interview, yeah.
She's well, first off, it's very shocking that she kind of went back to that original character. I never expected that.
Did you see her as Timeless Tony at all?
No, I haven't, but I did see some. I haven't actually seen it on TV, but I have seen some like clips and reels all over Instagram and Facebook, and she was pretty damn good as that. And what you call? And that gimmick made her so famous, and I never thought she would go back to the original gimmick. It's funny because I actually met her before, but she was the original gimmick, and it's kind of weird to see her back as that original gimmick, because I thought she would never go back to that.
Yeah.
She got a huge pop though when she did reappear with that gimmick. Everyone was psyched to see it because everyone loved the Timeless Tony. I still think that was her best body of work. That was fantastic. I would have loved to see more of it, but it is refreshing to see this, and it makes sense because you didn't see this, so I'll fill you in real quick, MTG, as well as anybody else that hadn't seen this. When Mariah May was with Tony Storm as basically her valet and they were doing the whole thing, Mariah May would come out dressed as and to that Tony Storm gimmick's music.
Right.
So it's kind of apropos poetic that she's going to come back and probably, of course, come after Mariah as that Tony Storm. So I love it. It's storytelling. It's long-term storytelling. It's coming together. One of my favorite segments of the night, probably if not my favorite segment, one of my favorite stories going on right now in AEW.
Yep.
Okay, we get to Darby Allin versus Will Ospreay. Holy fucking shit, people. Like, we already knew this was going to be insane. We knew it would be brutal, but not brutal because, you know, Will's not brutal unless he has to be. And Darby is Darby. Darby's 150 pounds and dies 4 times every match. So, like, that's like, good God. What had my jaw on the floor this time wasn't a Darby Allin bump. Wasn't a Will Ospreay aerial, I'm going to flip 15 different ways and land on my feet. You know, what? None of that shit. It was the fact that Darby Allin picked up the victory.
Yeah, that part. Me too.
I don't
like we
know how
tonight.
I feel about it, people. I like Darby Allin a lot, okay? I mean, fuck, the dude gives me hope that my skinny ass could, you know, throw my body around and do some damage in there. I mean, shit, cool. Good for you. The way I like the gimmick. I love the shtick. Sting is one of my all-time favorites. The fact that he was mentored and endorsed by Sting automatically makes him cool in my fucking book. But I'm sorry. I don't think he's anywhere near Ospreay level. And the fact that this didn't even get close to the 20-minute draw and he picks up the victory, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm bona fide. Let me hear you.
The only reason why I'm not mad about it is because, you know, I feel like our Darby Allin started in AEW, and, you know, he's trying to, you know, somehow build back up his character since Sting has retired. And I feel like this match and him beating Will Ospreay was, you know, just what he needed. Because, you know, from this match, I'm like, all right, Darby, I've been giving you a hard time. But, you know, after tonight, you know, I see you, okay? You know, I feel like we're getting back to that Darby that, you know, that just pushes himself. That's relentless. He's gonna do what he needs to do. And for this be the first match of them even wrestling against each other, you know, it was definitely one that was, you know, it left me speechless. You know, it left me speechless from beginning to the end. And it's been a minute since I've been able to watch a match like that and truly enjoy it. And and for me to think that Will Ospreay was definitely going to pull out the win, and the fact that he did it, and the fact that it was Darby Allin, it was like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. Like, okay, Darby, I see you, you know.
So, match of the night for you? You think match of the night?
Oh yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
All right, MTG.
Match of the night. I wasn't mad that Darby won. I have to agree with Bonafide on that. Always been a fan of Darby since day one.
Yeah.
And man did a fucking coffin draw on the apron. God,
I thought
man.
he was dead after that.
Bro, he hit the corner. Like, it was shoulder and shoulder blade on the corner of the ring. Like, he didn't even hit. For people that don't know, and I know 99% of y'all don't. Oh my God, I thought for sure his shoulder was done. Skinny as he is, muscle, whatever. I know he works out and all that, so it's a lot of little, you know, sinewy muscle and whatever. I don't care, man. Holy shit! I'm like, this is already over. Like, Darby's died already once. So, there's no way it's over then, because he only died once. He's got 2 or 3 more times to do something. Just like, ow.
He even did a fucking stylish clash off the apron.
I know.
On the concrete floor, and I'm like,
yeah, he almost messed his knee up too.
I'm like,
and are they trying to
play our ACL or something?
Are they trying to heal Will Ospreay a little bit? Because, you know, he kind of like when he put him up against the ropes at the beginning of the match, no, it's okay. And then he did try to hit him. Like, that's a heel thing.
Yeah.
He was dressed all in black.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I think so. I'm not mad about it.
I hope not. Not yet. Not yet. He's too hot right now as a face.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Ospreay.
Yeah, I mean, come on, not yet. Not yet. But yeah, I mean, shit. Just the fact that he picked up the victory was very, very shocking for me. I did not expect it, which is what makes it the banger and the match of the night equal to everything else. Is because I think very few people actually expected Darby Allin to beat Will
And I'm not
Ospreay.
even gonna lie, that should have been the main event. Because the last match, I didn't even see it. I was asleep after that. I'm not even gonna lie. So don't ask me nothing about the next match. Don't ask me nothing. After that match, I was like, oh.
That adrenaline high from that match, and then she had the crash.
Yeah. Listen, I was knocked out. I felt like I was in the match.
Oh man, we do get to our main event of the evening. The Death Riders, which includes Mox, not Claudio, Mox Pack, the Bastard Pack, such a stupid fucking name, and Wheeler Yuta versus Orange Cassidy, Hangman Page, Jay White, a very dysfunctional group of guys, because these three guys are going to compete against Mox in a fatal four-way at World's End for the AEW World Championship. So you already know this is going to probably end weird and not fair, and shit's going to break down. Shit does break down pretty quickly, where Hangman is trying to get to Mox, and just when he thinks he's going to get the tag and get in there, Jay White tags him in. They've been having shit go through the whole match, kind of jawing back and forth. Hangman walks out. He's like, "Fuck this! Like, all right. I ain't playing this game. Basically, I'll wait till World's End." Now we know. Oh shit! Here we go. 2-on-3. Beat down ensues, and it's what you would pretty much expect. Orange getting the shit beat out of him. Jay White, getting a few shots in, but getting beat up. Yada yada. Goes back. We do get Adam Page coming back though towards the end of the match, making some brief contact with Mox, but just the fact that the miscommunication between all three of them being dysfunctional teammates and not liking each other and getting in the way. I think Hangman's about to hit his, lariat on somebody, and Orange hits an orange punch instead, and now it's different. And the whole thing breaks down. It's a fairly entertaining match, honestly. It was rushed because they always put these big main events with 10 minutes to spare at the end of the show, and you're going to have 2 commercial breaks still between that, so one's going to be picture-in-picture, the other one's probably not. Then you're going to go 5 minutes over into the... So they need to stop this. I'm tired of their formula when it comes to that. Maybe because they're going to Max, they'll be able to go over and it'll cut on live TV, but then, hey, go ahead and click over to Max and you can finish watching Dynamite. I'd be okay with that. You know what I mean? I'll be watching on Max anyway, so just keep going for me. But that's my only problem with these matches, especially these tag matches. That's why I agree with you, Bonafide. The previous banger should have been how they ended. They should have ended with fucking Darby pulling out the what the fuck victory over Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
That would have been the way to end the night. Instead, they do end with this clusterfuck, everyone fighting. I don't quite remember exactly how it ended, except that obviously the Death Riders beat everyone down. MTG, you want anything to say on this one?
Great main event. Looks like this fatal 4-way that's about to happen at whatever that next event is called.
World's End.
World's End? Oh, okay. I was about to say at World. What you call what I think is, I see the tensions between Jay White and Adam Page. They're probably going to kill each other in that match. Because if you saw what happened tonight, they were talking to each other while Orange Cassidy got pinned by Moxley.
Yes, thank you. I drew the blank on that, and I'm glad you brought that up. That is how, yes, Mox does pick up the roll-up because of the friction between Jay White and Adam Page.
Yeah, and what I think is going to happen is that none of them wins the belt. Moxley retains. And then they probably after that whole fatal 4-way, they probably have a feud by themselves without having to deal with Moxley. The main event, I was entertained by it. Orange Cassidy was jumping around, throwing some orange punches to everybody. And overall, it was a great match. But I agree that the Darby and Will Ospreay match should have been in the main event. Put it that way.
That would have been
Yeah.
a great way to end the show on a high. People have been like,
Yeah.
man, that was fucking great.
Yeah.
So, okay, well that we're pretty much close. That pretty much wraps it up. I will say I think that Moxley will retain at World's End because they're building this whole Death Rider stable. Mox is this mysterious, AEW is no longer yours. We're taking it over, blah, blah. If they just had a ragtag group of people that don't get along to defend AEW, actually beat Mox at World's End, go into the next year, which is their new season. They don't do like Mania to Mania. It's year to year, January through December, and then January is the new season, the new story arcs and all that or whatever. I don't see Mox losing this. I'd be really shocked if he does. It being a fatal 4-way, I know they all kind of have friends, but you're going to see Claudio, you're going to see Marina, you're going to see Wheeler come out there and help Mox if it has to. It's no disqualifications. Fatal 4-way. No DQ rules. You know that's going to happen.
Yep.
I don't care if they're banned from ringside. It's going to happen. If they're not them, we're going to see a new Death Rider or two. Like I do think Mox will retain. I really feel like he has to for this storyline and this beastly way he's acting to make any fucking sense at all. And then in the new year, I think we'll see an actual unified AEW, which is when I think the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega will come back. Obviously,
That's gonna be the Revolution program pay-per-view.
Yeah, and they'll be faces. They'll come back. They won't be the corporate assholes they were. The Bucks will come back. They'll be the elite.
Yeah, we'll get the all elite again.
Uh-huh. I hope they don't
Elite.
bring Jack Perry. Leave Jack Perry as the scapegoat.
Yeah, no, I think it's gonna be the originals.
Oh,
Which I wouldn't be surprised if they brought in Kota Ibushi, which he's also kind of real close to Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm going to say this right
Because
quick.
he would replace Hangman.
Yeah, I could see that because Hangman's gone off the deep end, man. I love this.
Yeah,
Hangman.
he's
I
not
really do.
coming back. He ain't coming back. Cody
I
ain't
hope
coming
not.
back. So
He doesn't need to. I like this. I can get down with this Hangman. I like his music. I like the gimmick. I don't care. He still wears the chaps or whatever it's called. That's fine. You still be a cowboy. At least you ain't fucking.
not to cut you off, but I do think the other two people that's gonna return sometime soon is Brandon Cutler and Samoa Joe.
Oh, give me some Samoa Joe, please. Been way too long.
So I think before we end the show, if Matt Cardona doesn't win the Ring of Honor belt, I think Samoa Joe is gonna make his appearance back, and we're gonna go from there.
Joe's gonna take it from Jericho. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Cardona don't. All right,
Yeah.
everyone. I want to thank everyone that tuned in and watched, commented for spending our Wednesday night going into, if you're on the East Coast, going into your Thursday morning. Want to appreciate that. As always, the main reason we're here to do it. We want to share our opinions, our dislikes, our likes. We hope you agree, disagree. We hope you're entertained. We hope we give you something to talk about, think about. Thank you. Bonafide, you got anything you want to say before we go?
Other than to keep shining and stay lit, y'all.
Stay live and moisturized. MTG, you got anything for the people?
I hate Jungle Boy as a heel.
I say you got anything for the people, brother. We can discuss that.
All right, this is MTG Gaming. I'll see you on Thursday in the Lockout Lounge for the TNA Impact review. And I will be at TNA Genesis in Dallas, Texas.
Woo, there we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. And he hates Jungle Boy as a heel. He wants the world to know that as well. So we do know
And
that.
I love Ricky Starks.
We should be hopefully seeing him again soon. This has been the FTW podcast, Wednesday night, Mad Family, AEW review, Bonafide Thundercat, MTG Gaming. I'm Lyle Madman Murray. Everyone out there, stay mad, embrace the madness, and I will see y'all next Wednesday.
Diamond Lion. Shout out to
On the land, baby.
FTW.
From Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
Kennedy.